The Vanishing Hitchhiker. It begins on a foggy night. The street is empty, dimly lit by flickering streetlights. I'm driving alone, headlights cutting through the mist. The world is quiet, unnervingly so, as if waiting. Up ahead, a figure appears by the roadside. A girl, thin, pale, wearing a tattered coat. She's soaked, dripping rainwater onto the asphalt. I slow the car. She lifts her arm, a silent plea for a ride. Something about her makes me hesitate. Her face is obscured by wet hair, but there's a familiarity I can't place. Still, I stop. The fog presses close, making the world feel unreal. "Thanks," she says, her voice soft, distant, almost echoing. She slides in the back seat silently. I glance in the rearview mirror. Her eyes, they are empty, hollow, yet piercing. We drive. Silence stretches between us. I try to make small talk, but her gaze is fixed on the dark horizon. Her fingers brush against the window, leaving wet streaks, tiny drops of water sliding down the glass like tears. I ask her where she's going. She only whispers a street name I recognize, but it doesn't exist. Not on any map, not anywhere. My heart pounds. The city seems to shift around us. Buildings flicker, streetlights vanish, fog thickens unnaturally. I glance at her again. Her hair falls aside. Her face is pale, almost translucent, and the edges, they blur. The closer I look, the less human she seems. "Why did you stop for me?" she asks suddenly. Her voice is layered, echoing, like many voices speaking at once. I couldn't leave you there," I stammer. A laugh escapes her. Soft, chilling. The kind that curls inside your chest and freezes your breath. The car radio crackles. A distorted voice begins speaking, fragments of words I can't understand, a static hum underneath. The rearview mirror reflects her again, but now she's smiling. Her mouth stretches impossibly wide. Her eyes are black voids. I slam on the brakes. Fog swallows the road. I try to speak. She's gone. The back seat is empty. A cold chill sweeps the car. The temperature drops. I glance at the passenger seat, wet footprints lead nowhere. My heart pounds. I can feel a presence, pressing down, close, invisible. The next night, I return to the same road. Curiosity, or maybe fear, drives me. The street is empty. The fog rolls in like a living thing. And then, a faint shape at the roadside. The girl. Same coat, same posture. I stop again, but this time I hesitate. "Where are you going?" I ask. No reply. I glance at my rearview mirror. Her face, again, hollow, and now crying black tears. I drive past, trying to escape, but the road twists impossibly. Familiar landmarks vanish. Every street bends into another. I feel watched. I feel her presence everywhere. And then I see the sign, "Your street." I live on this street. But it looks wrong. The houses are decayed, the streetlight flickering. My own home appears dilapidated. A shadow moves inside. My door creaks. I step out of the car. The air smells of decay and wet earth. She is there, standing at my doorstep. She raises a hand. Silent. Waiting. Over the next days, she appears everywhere. Reflections in windows, darkened mirrors, the edge of my vision as I walk. Her face, it changes. Sometimes familiar, sometimes grotesque. Every appearance leaves me shaken, heart racing, unable to breathe properly. I try to tell people. Friends, neighbors. But they see nothing. Only I can see her. I begin recording. Videos, photos, audio. But every recording shows nothing. Static. Blur. Something, watching. Sleep becomes impossible. Every night I dream of the road, the fog, her pale face. Every night, I wake with scratches on my arms, wet footprints across my floor, whispers in my ears. I research. Old newspapers, forums, urban legends. Stories of the vanishing hitchhiker. Ghosts of travelers who died on lonely roads, appearing to the living, claiming to be lost. Some legends warn, if you speak to them, if you stop, you may never leave. And I realize, she doesn't just vanish. She follows. She enters. She waits. One night, I drive the road again. The fog is thick, unnatural. The streetlights flicker, then die. Headlights cut through shadows. And she is there. Pale, soaked, staring. I stop. She opens the car door. I sit frozen. "You're late," she whispers. I try to reverse. The fog becomes a wall. The car won't move. Her hand rests on my shoulder. Cold. Bone deep. I look again. The world has changed. Streets loop impossibly. Shadows move against logic. I am trapped. "You shouldn't have stopped," she says. Her voice now multiple, layered, overlapping, echoing through the fog. "Now you belong." I scream. The car door slams shut. I can't open it. She sits silently beside me. Her eyes are empty. My eyes. My voice. Her laugh, countless, surrounds me. I understand. The vanishing hitchhiker is not just a legend. She is a predator. She chooses. And now, I am chosen. The fog presses against the car as if it has weight, thick and suffocating. Every street I try to turn onto loops back to the same road, the same figure waiting in the mist. My hands grip the steering wheel so tightly that my knuckles ache, my breath ragged, heart hammering. Her eyes meet mine through the rearview mirror. They're not human anymore. Black voids, infinitely deep, reflecting everything I fear about myself. The reflection flickers and multiplies, like mirrors in a funhouse, except there's no fun, only dread. I try to speak. My voice cracks. She smiles. "You can't leave," she whispers. I follow. I am the road. I am the night. The car shudders, as if caught in some unseen current. Shadows begin to crawl along the asphalt, stretching impossibly long, reaching toward me. I slam the brakes, but the car continues forward. The headlights illuminate figures in the fog, ghostly shapes, lost travelers, faces pale and hollow, mouths moving in silent screams. Panic takes over. I throw the car into reverse. The road behind me loops impossibly. I see my own house in the distance, decayed, warped, windows staring like empty eyes. Doors creak open by themselves. She is there, standing at the threshold, beckoning. I swerve off the road, tires crunching gravel. The fog envelopes me completely. I hear whispers, hundreds of voices, overlapping, calling my name, laughing, crying, pleading. Every instinct tells me to run, but my legs refuse to obey. It's as if the fog itself holds me, invisible tendrils wrapping around my body. Suddenly, she is in the passenger seat. Silent, pale, wet. Her hand brushes mine. Ice cold. Bone deep. My vision blurs. The fog outside seems to bleed into the car. The radio bursts to life, static screaming words I can almost understand: "Open the road, join us, never leave." I close my eyes. When I open them, the street has changed. The road stretches infinitely into darkness. Buildings tower impossibly, bending physics, windows glowing faintly with faces that aren't alive. The car doors won't open. The engine hums, vibrating unnaturally. I realize, there is no escape. Her voice layers with dozens of echoes, all saying the same thing. You belong. You belong. You belong. I try to scream, but the sound doesn't come out. My reflection appears in the rearview mirror, but it's not me, it's her. Smiling, patient, hungry. I realize every version of myself I've ever known, every echo of my thoughts, is now part of her world. Each memory, each fear, each curiosity has been folded into this endless fog, this infinite night. I am falling. Falling into the road that never ends. Buildings bend, streets twist, fog pulses like a living thing. Shadows stretch across the horizon, merging into forms I can't comprehend. Figures from urban legends, lost hitchhikers, wandering spirits, faces I recognize and don't recognize, all merge into one entity, surrounding the car, pressing against me, whispering, laughing, weeping. And then she speaks, clearly, directly. You opened the door. You stopped. You saw. Now you are mine. The car shudders violently. Tires lift off the ground. Gravity seems optional. The street becomes a tunnel, spiraling downward, twisting, folding into itself. The fog is thick, a living thing, swallowing sound, swallowing light. I look to the passenger seat. She is gone. But the mirrors reflect dozens of her, dozens of me, and dozens of cars, all trapped in the same impossible night. The whispers crescendo into a scream so loud I feel it inside my bones. Time fractures. Seconds stretch into hours, hours into days. I am everywhere, nowhere. My mind splinters. Memories of life before this night fade. Faces of family and friends blur into shadow. Every choice I've ever made echoes through the fog. And then, the street sign. A simple, rusted street sign glowing faintly in red, your turn. I understand. This is not a road. It is a cycle. Every lost traveler becomes part of it. Every curious soul joins the endless night. The fog waits. The hitchhiker waits. The road waits. I am screaming. My own voice joins the chorus. She whispers again, softly now, as if speaking into my soul. Some doors are never meant to be closed. Some roads never end. Welcome home. The car stops. Or maybe it never did. I cannot tell. The mirrors reflect infinite fog, infinite eyes, infinite whispers. My reflection smiles back at me, empty, hollow, waiting. And somewhere, far away, another foggy street waits. Another lost traveler will appear. Another curious soul will stop. And the vanishing hitchhiker will smile, patient, eternal, hungry for the next story.